UFC 305 takes place Saturday, and you can join us for live round-by-round coverage and official results beginning at 6:30 p.m. UFC 305 takes place at RAC Arena in Perth, Australia. Middleweight champion Dricus du Plessis, 21-2 MMA, 7-0 UFC, takes on two-time former champ Israel Adesanya, 24-3 MMA, 13-3 UFC, in what has become a racially charged and deeply personal main event. Recent flyweight title challenger Steve Erceg, 12-2 MMA, 3-1 UFC, meets Kai Kara France, 24-11 MMA, 7-4 UFC, in the co-feature. Follow along with our round-by-round updates and official results beginning at approximately 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time for the early prelims on ESPN+, 8 p.m. Eastern Time for the prelims on ESPN, and 10 p.m. Eastern Time for the main card on pay-per-view. What time does UFC 305 start? UFC 305 kicks off with early prelims at 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time on ESPN+. That's 6:30 a.m. Sunday in Perth. For prelims air on ESPN at 8 p.m. Eastern Time, followed by the main card on pay-per-view via ESPN+, at 10 p.m. Eastern Time. UFC 305 lineup: our main card pay-per-view, 10 p.m. Eastern Time. Champ Dricus du Plessis vs. Israel Adesanya for middleweight title. Steve Erceg vs. Kai Kara France. Mateusz Gamrot vs. Dan Hooker. Jairzinho Rozenstruik vs. Tai Tuivasa. Li Jingliang vs. Carlos Prates. Preliminary card, ESPN 2/ESPN+, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Junior Toffa vs. Walter Walker. Josh Kilabeo vs. Ricardo Ramos. Casey O'Neill vs. Luana Santos. Herbert Burns vs. Jack Jenkins. Preliminary card, ESPN+, 6:30 p.m. Eastern Time. Tom Nolan vs. Alex Reyes. Ricky Glenn vs. Song Keenan. Jesus Aguilar vs. Stuart Nickel,